What is up, guys? I'm here and welcome back to another video I've got for you guys today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a review on the Xbox One Elite controller that Microsoft have released as their own scuff controller, I guess you can say. And I had this, bought it about 4 weeks ago, and I decided to keep my review until after I've used it quite a bit. And I have used it quite a bit on different games as well, so I'm going to let you guys know if this is worth your $200, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about are the interchangeable analog sticks. There are actually 3 different analog sticks you can use. They've got the normal size analog sticks, they've got the, I believe it's normal size concave analog stick, and they've got the sort of like taller, longer analog sticks, which are sort of like control freaks. And I really like how you can change them really easily. Just pull them off, put them back on. Really simple. And the one that I usually use for my left analog stick is the normal one, and for the right one I use the tall one for my, as if it's like a control freak. My control freaks melted. My brother put them up against the lamp and it melted it, so it kind of stuffed it up. And yeah, I don't need to use control freaks anymore, which is awesome because they're pretty expensive to buy again. Yeah, this pretty much just makes up for the control freak. Alright, so we're gonna move on to the triggers and the bumpers on the top. This is probably my second favorite feature with the triggers. There's actually a hair trigger, that's what it's called. It actually allows your triggers to sort of work a bit quicker, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but so essentially if you leave it as it is normal, it pretty much, the triggers go all the way down, if that makes sense, and it's pretty much the exact same as a normal controller. But if you turn the hair triggers on, they actually go to halfway before they actually start working, which is pretty cool. And it really does improve your trigger finger. I don't know, at least I find it like that. I always have it, I always turn the hair trigger on. I don't know, I just find that it really helps with my trigger finger. It's really good. Yeah, also the bumpers as well, they've sort of fixed it up, or they've made it so that instead of you having to press all the way on the outside of the bumpers for it to work properly, you can press it anyway, and they work the exact same, which is really cool. I like that. And yeah, that's just the hair triggers and the bumpers. Now we're going to move on to the actual profiles that you can put on the controller, which is pretty cool. You can actually set up 2 different profiles for the controller. There's this little switch in the middle where you actually flick it from 1 to 2. I've set it up for one for multiplayer and one for zombies, and pretty much the only thing that changes on my controller are the paddles at the back, which we're going to talk about at the end. So far, everything on the controller is perfect. I absolutely love it. Really good. The only thing that I notice as soon as I pick it up is that it's really heavy, but I've gotten used to it, and now whenever I pick up a normal controller, I think that it's way too light. And yeah, it's just heavy because of all the new metal and that they got in, and like I don't know, the quality of it as well is amazing. One more thing before we get to the paddles as well, they've added grips on the back, which is really cool. I just find that it helps a lot. I know, I just find that my hands get real sweaty whenever I'm playing zombies, especially when it's like some sort of, I don't know, panic situation going on. But yeah, that's just me. And I know, it really helps with the grip as well, so that's pretty cool. One more thing as well before we get to the paddles at the back. I keep saying one more thing, but there's always something that I keep seeing on the controller that I forget to talk about. This is definitely the last thing, is that you can now use normal earphones in the controller instead of using your Astros or like. There's actually like a little headphone jack, which you can use any headphone you want, which is sick because, I don't know, it gets annoying sometimes whenever I'm playing by myself. I don't want to use my Astros all the time. So I can just plug in my Apple earphones and I can start using them, which is sick. I always use that whenever I'm playing solo. And yeah, that's just really cool. Alright, so moving on to the paddles at the back. These were the weirdest things, if I'm not going to lie, about the controller when I first got it. Getting used to them was really hard, and at first I had all of them on, and it was just real confusing as what I was pressing. I set up all the buttons with different buttons, so I had like X, one of them was X, one was A, one was the right D-pad, and one was the up D-pad for like zombies and multiplayer. And I don't know, I just found it really hard to get used to. The paddles were hella sensitive, and then whenever I'd go to shoot, I always press down on the paddle as well, and like sometimes I'd pop a gobble gum by accident or something like that. And yeah, it just got really annoying. So I decided to use one paddle. I put on one paddle on the right side of the controller, set it as my X, X button, and it works like a dream. Yeah, so after a while, I finally got used to the paddles at the back. It just takes some time trying to get used to it because when I first got it, whenever I go to shoot, I'd always press the paddle by accident, which my paddle is set up so that it's an X button. It's good for reviving people and reloading, buying doors, whatever in zombies. That's pretty much like what I use it for, zombies. And whenever I go to shoot, I'd automatically reload, and it will get me killed so many times. Finally got used to it, and yeah, now it's such a good controller. I can't really use a normal controller, to be honest, because of the thumbsticks. I can't find my control freaks, so yeah, I'm stuck with this beast. And yeah, I just like how everything's so easily just interchangeable. And yeah, so my final thoughts on it, if it is worth your $200. No, it's not. I wasted $200. Alright, my final thoughts, guys, on whether this is worth your $200 or not. No, it's really not. The only benefit you get out of using this is the paddles, to be honest. Everything else, it doesn't really affect your gameplay. Alright, so that's my final thoughts on the controller. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I'm on a 4-day upload streak. I'm going to be recording my 5th video for tomorrow, and then I'm going to have a break over the weekend. Maybe not. I'll see how I go, if I can get enough videos recorded. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.